Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's been the best month on record in terms of returns for the portfolio. 95% in a single month is incredible. So, of course, I'm going to be talking about GameStop first because that's been the dominant topic this entire month, and then I will be talking about the rest of the companies in the portfolio. Investing in GameStop was not a fluke, but I would completely agree with you if you said that there was a lot of luck involved in terms of the returns that were achieved. I had made a video 4 or maybe 5 months back that broadly outlined my investment case for GameStop. I'll include a link in the description below if you want to take a look at that video after this one. It's honestly quite sad that a real business that has potential to do really fantastic things has had its stock turned into this media fiasco. GameStop was never going bankrupt because they always had more cash than debt, and the recent involvement of activists and obviously the Microsoft partnership has fundamentally changed the company. There is a lot more to GameStop than just the short interest. On eToro, I view my responsibility as delivering returns for those invested with me, which is why I was partially and consistently selling out of the position as the stock price kept increasing. Back when I had first invested in August of 2020, the stock was in the $4 to $5 range, and my expectation was that it'll hit $25 by Jan to March 2021, which is now. The stock just went right past 25, and I first sold at 32, then 50, 60, 80, 130, 280, and 385. Instead of being a 5x in 6 months, it ended up being like a 80x, 75x in 6 months, which is fantastic. And the only reason that I did sell is that, in my view, it was important to book profits and secure the upside for those who were invested with me. I'm perfectly happy giving up the upside and higher returns for a more conservative portfolio. That's just the kind of investor that I am. I feel like understanding this idea is crucial for those who have recently decided to invest with me on eToro. If someone is looking for extremely high returns, I'm probably not the right popular investor to invest with on eToro. My strategy is to look for stocks that give asymmetrical returns over a 6 to 12 month time horizon. And I follow this approach without the use of any leverage. The individuals who benefited the most were the ones who have been invested with me since the past 4 to maybe 6 months. What I'm trying to get across is that there needs to be a realistic expectation with respect to time horizon and also the returns that can be achieved. I feel like the older investors are aware about this, but I'm mentioning this mainly for the 100 or so new individuals who have decided to invest with me during this month of January. Let's move over and talk a little bit more about the other companies in the portfolio. Currently, 70% of the portfolio is in cash. I'll be discussing that cash allocation after going through the other holdings in the portfolio. One of the best performing stocks in January has been Moderna. We have made over 50% just from this investment in this month, and it continues to be a strong performer in the portfolio. The next company is Twitter. Twitter is a company that I have just recently started buying into. There is a lot of interesting developments that are happening over at Twitter, which frankly the market is barely noticing. At least the stock price doesn't reflect it in any way. So eToro was actually kind enough to pin the video that I had made about Twitter on the eToro Twitter page. You could take a look at that video if you are interested in finding out the investment case for Twitter. The next stock is Peloton. It has been extremely volatile, and it's a position that I am monitoring closely. It may be replaced soon, but for now there are quantitative technical factors that make it an interesting risk-reward proposition to be in. The next company is Align Technology. Align has been a strong performer, returning almost 21% in the last 2 or 3 months. It's a stock that I'm going to continue to hold until better opportunities do come up. The next investment is in Pershing Square Holdings. This is Bill Ackman's fund. Pershing Square Holdings, in my opinion, could be one of the best performing stocks for 2021. I mean, if you compare to the companies in the same market cap range. There is a large hidden margin of safety that I think the market is not realizing, or maybe is discounting too heavily, that is embedded within Pershing Square Holdings. This is in the form of forward purchase agreements on Pershing Square Tontine Holdings, the SPAC that Bill Ackman had set up. I've discussed Pershing Square Holdings in a separate video that you could find on my YouTube channel, or it's also a pinned post on eToro. Pershing Square Holdings could get very interesting in 8 to 12 months. The final two investments are ETFs, SPY and IWM. The reason I hold ETFs in the portfolio is to gain returns with a lower standard deviation. These two holdings are pretty much equivalent to cash, and I would sell out of them if I were to find better opportunities to invest that money into. You may have noticed that Gazprom is no longer a portfolio position. This is because I noticed that we may be facing some temporary short-term headwinds and decided that it would be best to take the 50% profit that we had made over 2 months and just keep it in cash and monitor the situation moving forward with respect to Gazprom. It's all about trying to be as conservative as possible with this portfolio. With regards to the large cash allocation of almost 70%, I will be deploying the funds over the next few months. At the beginning of January, I was quite optimistic and we were like right under 10% in cash. 90% of the portfolio was invested. There has been a lot of profit taking during the month of January, and it will be reinvested as and when good opportunities actually show up in the market. I hope that this brief recap of the portfolio has given you a better insight as to how I choose to allocate the capital. If you have any specific questions about any of the individual portfolio positions, or if you've got questions for me, you could leave them in the comments below on YouTube, or you can send me a message on Instagram. I'll include my handle here. Okay, so that covers the portfolio recap. Have a good day and thank you for watching.